Hello and welcome back to The Watford Way and our new series on the channel called AwayDays, where we interview Watford fans from around the world. And I'm delighted today to be joined by my friend Brendan, who is in the Netherlands, and he's also the founder of the Watford FC Netherlands supporters group, which you can find information of on the Watford website, and he has his own Instagram page. So first of all, Brendan, how are you doing, and what have you been doing in this pandemic in the world at the moment? What have you been getting up to?
Hi James, thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. How are you?
I'm good, Brendan. I'm good. I'm delighted to be joined by you today. Obviously, we're going to be talking about how Brendan became a Watford fan, what his first Watford game was, why he chose to support such a rubbish club that always seems to struggle in the Premier League. But we'll get onto that later. So, Brendan, I want to take it right back to the beginning. Why did you start supporting Watford, and what was your first Watford game?
First of all, I was my father's uncle. He's lives in Watford. A lot of my father's family lives in Watford, and he was asking us for such a time to go to Watford and to go to the Vicarage Road to watch a game in the Championship, but it never happened at that time. It was like school, work. We need to pay a lot to travel to London. So we went. My first game in England I went to the big club Man United. I don't know why, but it was friends of mine got like a season ticket, something like that, and we can go for less than the price. So we went there, and then my father said, "Okay, this is a very big stadium. We need to go to Watford." He has been there when they play in the League Two or something. My father, so a long time ago, with Graham Taylor, managers like that. Where at that time my father was young, he goes on holiday to Hampstead and to Watford, and that's why I become involved with Watford. His uncle and his nephew are big Watford supporters and season tickets holders. And my first game was just after the promotion, if I'm not mistaken, against Crystal Palace in 2015. I just got the ticket here to make no mistakes. It was the 27th of September. And I think we lost that game with 1-0 by a penalty.
I think we did. I don't think it was a very good game. It's probably quite a bad game to choose, Brendan. What you jinxed it. You made us lose the game. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's my first game. But the other games I go, I think we never had lost anymore. I was going to a Newcastle game, we won. I was going to a West Ham game, we won. And the last game was at Vicarage Road. It was against Man United, and we take to win. And we were bottom of the league, but we take to win, and we get some kind of momentum.
Yeah.
And my uncle.
Was that the game where David De Gea dropped Sar's shot? That really bad error. Yeah.
I was directly in the stands where he scored. I was filming. And he goes in, and every go mental. And it was a great game after that goal, because when it was still 0-0, it was, I think, Lingard who missed a big chance.
Yeah, I remember that.
He 1-on-1
with Ben Foster, wasn't he? And he just
chipped
it over him.
He chipped, and then it was on the roof of the goal. So that game, and then my father's uncle said, "You must be come every game this season, because maybe we stay up because you went in the stadium." So that was quite funny fact. But I think that was my last game. The stands, and then in the Netherlands it's not easy to follow small English clubs. We have a broadcaster who making every weekend a program, but a lot of Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Man United, they broadcast that game. So when Watford plays against Liverpool, we can see it. Yeah. But when Watford plays against Brighton or West Ham, games like that, we must be finding out a way. Luckily, we have it, but it's not like in England. You buy Sky Sports, and most of the time you can watch it on the telly or on the internet for the price you pay.
Yeah, I think that is a struggle with international fans and how hard it is sometimes to watch the games. When in England, obviously, me being here near Watford, I can obviously go watch Watford every week. But as you just said there, sometimes you struggle to watch the games on television if Watford don't face a big team. But luckily this season, obviously, we can't be at the ground, and Watford have kind of got like their own TV service, if you will, with Hive Live, and you've managed to watch nearly all the games. Would you say you've managed to watch nearly all of them since the start of the season through Hive Live?
Yeah, I think I watched all of them, even the Carabao Cup game that we lost, wasn't it?
Yeah, let's forget about that. Let's not talk about the Carabao Cup.
It's the Carabao Cup. Let's move on to another FA Cup final.
In fact, that's good that you mentioned the FA Cup, because we can move on to that. Obviously, we reached the FA Cup final under Javi Gracia.
Yeah.
What games did you go to in that FA Cup run? Did you manage to go to the semi-final? Did you manage to go to the final? And what was it like watching your team play in the final of what is probably the biggest cup competition in the world?
Yeah, if you're a young kid, even here in the Netherlands, you watch the telly, you see the FA Cup, you see the videos they make of it to let you go into that cup. It's the oldest football tournament in the world, so every footballer must have known that one, and you're excited to go one time to a final, to a semi. It doesn't matter which team is in it, but when Watford growing in the tournament, I was, wow, maybe they can reach the final. On the semi-final day, it was the birthday of my mother. We go to a restaurant. But I said, I need to watch Watford. Come on, it was on the telly. I need to watch. Luckily, we have some application in Holland where the broadcaster, and you can watch it on your telephone.
Yeah.
On your phone. So what I did, I put it just near the plate, talking.
So was your phone hidden so your family couldn't see that you were watching it?
No, they
knew.
They know, but you know what? It was like I'm just talking and watch sometimes with right eye to the phone and watch what's happening. And then we are 2-0 down. I thought, this is lucky again, unlucky
Yeah.
again. Wolverhampton is a great team at that time still. So yeah, you think, okay, this was it. And then in that second half, that goal from Gary, what a what a goal! What a goal! I
think that's probably the best goal I've seen in a stadium live in front of my eyes. Because I literally couldn't believe it when it went in. It was absolutely fantastic.
He was standing and just with his right foot, exactly the thing that he needed to do, exactly right. What a goal was that! And then it was, which goal was it? It was the Pen who makes the 2-2, wasn't it?
Troy Deeney scored the penalty in, I think it was the 92nd minute to take it to extra time. And
then Jawad Delafeu scored the winner. That was wow. We go to the final. Directly texting my father's uncle. Okay, if it's possible, we need to get tickets for that game.
Yeah.
And then he called us. I don't know when the tickets go on sale, but when the tickets go on sale, he called us. Okay, I'm in. We are like crazy, and then we call the club, and they say, okay, we can fix tickets for you, and we get 2 tickets. So I go with my father to the final, and what a weekend and what a day it was. We lost, but you know what? I think that is the most impressive game I've ever seen. Yeah. All the atmosphere around the stadium. You hear a lot of voices about that. In the Netherlands, big players like Ruud Gullit, managers like Louis van Gaal, they talk about that on the telly. They say if you go once there, that may be one of the biggest games after a World Cup final or a Champions League final. And when your team is in it, you believe you can win it. You know,
Yeah.
you're a small team against a yeah, let's say a money team, big players, good
Yeah.
players. City was that season fabulous. So what I say, they are great. They are great.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are so great, you know. And you know, okay, the chances it's not too big to win this cup, but if you have a chance, maybe it's today. And you have to believe. You go to the stadium, you see the Wembley. I saw it when I'm sitting in the train sometimes and
Yeah.
see it, and then you think, this is Wembley. That I must go one time to there. But where you walk on that famous walk to the stadium, that's great. That's one of the things I will never forget and tell to my kids if I get them.
Yeah, I think that day was a great atmosphere. I remember walking up Wembley Way, up to the stadium, and obviously loads of Watford fans were there, really really excited. Loads of Man City fans as well. I think Wembley was nearly sold out that day, from what I remember. So it was a really good atmosphere. Fireworks went off before kickoff. National anthem.
Yeah,
The red carpet was out for Prince William as he was walking out, greeting the players. And yeah, it was fantastic. Unfortunately, we lost 7-0, didn't we? So it wasn't.
it's something like that, yeah.
Was it 6-0 or 7-0? I can't quite remember.
I can't remember, but I think that the score doesn't matter at the end of the day. When you go back in the underground, but before you go back in the underground, you see a lot of fans in the last 10 minutes singing like it's the last game of Watford ever. They
Yeah.
sing like this is the last game. I'm never gonna see Watford again. But what a support Watford have that day.
And I'll tell you what I really liked about that day is when we kept conceding goals, obviously, in the second half. And as you say, in the last 10 minutes, we all stood up and we all started waving our yellow flags. And I've still got my yellow
Look
flag
at it.
up in my bedroom.
Still get the yeah, you know, if you see videos or pictures from that day, you go in mind and you're back in Wembley and still got heart beating about that. And then when you go back to the train, everybody is still singing Watford songs, and I remember we go up to the stairs and everybody's singing Watford songs, and there was a small young little boy. He was a City fan, and he was singing, "You lost 6-0, you lost 6-0." It's kind of things like that. And his father was like, keep quiet, because maybe you get a punch in somewhere.
Yeah.
I was like to the kid, just enjoy, you know. We had a great day. Watford
Yeah.
are for a FA Cup final and not for a promotion or something. That's great.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I got there. I think I was probably there about 3 or 4 hours before kickoff. I was just enjoying the atmosphere. Obviously, I went to Box Park in Wembley because it's obviously a great atmosphere in there. And yeah, it was a great day overall. There's one last thing that I want to touch on before we actually end this interview, and you have mentioned it and while I've been chatting here, and it's how you travel to games. Now, you obviously mentioned there that you got the train to Wembley, but my question to you is, how do you get from the Netherlands to Vicarage Road on a match day? What happens? Do you travel? Do you make a weekend of it? Do you travel a day before? Do you stay in London? So if you could you let us know how you actually get to Vicarage Road?
Yeah, of course. It's not the easy way like you guys did, of course. But we have I think three ways to go. We can get a plane from Amsterdam to one of the airports in London, and from there take a train to the station nearby the stadium. The second one is just in my hometown. We got the ferry from Hook of Holland to Harwich. That is one what we can take, and then normally you take the evening boats here in Holland, and in morning time you arrive in Harwich, taking the train, taking 2 hours to go to, it is Liverpool Street if I'm not mistaken, and from there you find the way to Vicarage Road, of course. And the third one is just new one. It's the train from Rotterdam, or it starts in Amsterdam, and normally I go up in Rotterdam, then go directly to London, and from there we take the train, the next train to Vicarage Road. Normally we take a weekend. That's more easier. For the game, starting with traveling on a match day, it's not possible to travel. I think then you don't have any time. You must be running for every train to get on time at the Vicarage Road. And I think it's more easier to travel a day before and to go on Friday night or on Friday morning on the boat or on the plane, Saturday watching the game, going easy to a hotel somewhere in London. Lots of hotels to go. So a lot of choice.
Yes.
And I think then on the Sunday, you just take English breakfast, take a walk around the city, and then go by train or by train to the ferry, or by train to Rotterdam again, or by plane. And what I as well do is when I go with my father, we take normally the car on the ferry and go by car from Harwich to London. And then
is that is the train journey from Rotterdam, is that like a Eurostar?
Yeah. But normally it stops in, if I'm not mistaken, Brussels in Belgium. But now it's goes directly straight line to, it is Calais, and then from Calais to Dover, of course, and then it went to London from there. So, and it takes, if I'm not mistaken, it must be take 3.5 hours. So it's a lot quicker than the boat or plane, because if you go by plane, you go by, let's say, 2 hours before leaving the airport. You must be there, and on the boat it's about 7 or 8 hours. But when you take the night boat, you take a sleep in the cabin and you wake up, and that's great. So yeah, it's not the easiest way to travel to Watford, but we have good ways to travel to Vicarage Road, and I love it. Take it easy, and go. You know what is in front of you. It is maybe a great game or a great atmosphere. You know where you go, and that's great.
I think that's good. And you said there the train takes between 3 and 4 hours. I know that there's some Watford fans like really far away in the UK, and it takes them longer to travel, and they're in England. So it's actually quite a quick journey when you put it all into perspective, because obviously in context to where we are in the world, the Netherlands isn't actually that far away from.
No, it's not far away from England. So great. If I go to the beach, maybe I can wave to some people in England across the North Sea. No, but we are not far away from London. If you see it on the map, we are just like Rotterdam over here, London over here. So one straight line. So it's quite good, and I'm always enjoying my time in London. Sometimes we sleep at my father's uncle's house. That's great. More cheaper.
Definitely more cheaper, and I think it's good that you've got family here in the UK as well, that you can visit and go to games with as well.
That's great. We can do it together. That's
of course.
Going to a game, visit family. That's lovely.
And next time you come over to Vicarage Road, Brendan, I'm sure me and you will be meeting up before the game, and having a chat, which would be nice. Obviously, we can't at the moment because of the coronavirus pandemic, but hopefully next year we'll be back in the Premier League, and you'll be over to visit us here at Watford. So I think that just about wraps up our interview today. I want to thank Brendan very much for coming on. I met Brendan months and months and months ago through Instagram, and we've been chatting ever since. And Brendan's a really nice guy, and I'm glad to call him my friend now, which is great. So hopefully I'll see you in a few months, Brendan, at a Watford game. Where can everybody find the Watford FC Netherlands supporters group? Where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find us. Thanks for all that. What you say? Yeah, you can find us at Instagram, Watford FC the Netherlands, or search on the hashtag Dutch Hornets. You can find some posts of us. We got Facebook. We're not on it very often, but just follow it. Love it. And the Twitter, it's the same like it's Watford FC Nederland. So when you not can find, search Watford FC the Netherlands or WFCNL. So maybe you can find it. Yeah, and find us on the fan views of the Watford Way. Love to do that. Love to get the chance to make videos, kind of videos like that. So that's what I like. I think I need to thank you as well to connect Watford supporters around the world. That's why I'm now here, and other people's in the group who you connecting. They're great. The Americans love to see the support from across the Atlantic Ocean. Watford FC. That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So as Brendan mentioned there, we've got like a little group chat on Instagram that was slowly growing out. We've got some American fans in there. I speak to a couple of fans from Hong Kong in my spare time as well, and they get up at 2-3 a.m. in the morning. So they really are dedicated fans. But as you said, Brendan, thank you very much for being on. It's been a real pleasure talking to you today. I'll leave all Brendan's links in the description below, so you can go and check out all the information you need about the Watford FC Netherlands supporters group. Obviously, as always, my links are in the description. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.